Hey friends, good afternoon, happy Saturday. Lois East with Ellie Grace's Attic here, and I am going to show you this afternoon how to make a fall candle holder out of an ordinary mason jar. These little things have so many purposes, don't they? So I thought it'd be fun just to come on this afternoon and show you a cool fall craft. I'm going to try to sit down. Finn, can you move? I gotta move the puppy. I'm gonna try to sit here. That's a little better. Okay. I don't quite have all my. Oh, I can't move that because the the setup is on there. If I move that, the camera will fall. All right. So the things that we're gonna need today to make this are a mason jar. You're gonna need a leaf cut out on vinyl, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. We're going to need rubbing alcohol. You, of course, are going to need paint. You can use chalky paint. I'm using acrylic paint because I had it on hand. A sponge to paint with. Then we're going to finish it off with some raffia. I had to look at what I had in my hand. Or you could do ribbon, you could do twine, burlap, whatever you have on hand or whatever you prefer. I also have a razor and a little flat edge. It's going to kind of help us get the leaf off. And then the final thing is going to be, I bought rocks, and we'll talk about that in a minute too, to put in the jar to put your candle on. And then I have a little votive candle. I can never say that right. A candle, a small candle. Votive, I still can't figure out how to say that. So that is pretty much the basics. So what we're going to start with, before you paint glass, you need to clean it really well. You can clean it in just regular soapy dish water. Make sure it's dry. And then we're going to take the rubbing alcohol. You can use a cotton ball or just a paper towel, which is what I am going to use. And you just get your rubbing alcohol on there, and you're just going to wipe it really good, and it dries really fast. We might help it. I've got a blow dryer plugged in over here because I have one that I did earlier, and I used that to help it dry. So we might help it along just to make sure it's good and dry. So you're just rubbing it really clean, and all you're doing is making sure there's not a film on here, like a soapy film or any kind of dirt or anything. You're just making sure it's extra clean, so your paint will stay put. All right, so we got that done. I'm gonna just hang on. Let me try to. I'm just gonna blow it real good with the blow dryer real quick. Good old-fashioned hair dryer, has many uses in the craft room. Hang on. Make a little noise. I'm just blowing it. Just making sure we're good and dry and there's no film on there before we get started. All right. Close your alcohol up really good and tight. I'm going to squirt some of my acrylic paint onto my little palette here, a good little bit. Now, we're going to take while that's out, we're going to take our leaf. Now, my jar and most mason jars are going to have that raised writing on it. You don't want to do it on that side. Obviously, you're going to turn it around and do it on the flat side. And you can do this. It doesn't have to be like a brand new mason jar that you bought. You can do it if you recycle pickle jars, those kind of things. You could do that on that as well. Now, the vinyl leaf, I cut this little fall leaf out with my Cricut because I happen to have a Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut or any type of cutting tool, you can get this vinyl. You can get like 12 by 12 sheets of it at Hobby Lobby or Walmart for like $1.50, and you can bring it. It's really cool. It's I think you could probably do this with contact paper too. Bear with me. I can't get this is where the razor comes in. the back peels off, so it's like a sticker. So if you don't have a Cricut, you can get a sheet of vinyl at Walmart or Hobby Lobby and just draw your leaf on there, hand draw it, and cut it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is kind of a rustic craft, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So anyway, let me see if I can find the edge. This is always the hard part about stickers, right? Getting it started. See, I'm working the bifocals here. Okay, there we go. All right, I found it. So we're gonna work with our flat side, the side without the raised writing. We're gonna peel our sticker off, and you can actually just lay it like that. Make sure we're not rolling, and you're gonna center your leaf, and you're just gonna smooth it out. Try to make sure there's no air bubbles. All right. So you get your leaf on there like that, okay? All right. Now we're just going to dip our sponge in the paint, and don't freak out because this is going to take more than one coat, okay? It's going to probably look a little streaky at first, and that's okay. So you get your paint. I'm using, you can do any fall color, any color you want really. You can do this for different holidays, but I love fall, so that's what we're doing. Fall leaf. I use just a neutral, this is an antique white, so that way it can, if I choose to change my fall color decorations, this will work either way. So get our sponge dipped in our paint, and don't start on the outside of your sticker and paint in, because what that's going to do is create a little air pocket on the edges, and you'll get paint under your stencil. I mean, sometimes it inevitably happens, but we're going to try to prevent that. So get your paint on, and you're going to kind of start on the inside of the stencil and paint down or away from it. And I'm not painting the bottom because it's the bottom, nobody's going to see it. So I'm just kind of gently, you don't want to press too hard, and you kind of do the same thing going up. And it's okay to cover your stencil. And I'm just going to go all the way around. You can kind of just fill in the grooves there. So if y'all are watching today, say hi in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. What are y'all doing today? It is a gorgeous day here in North Alabama. We finally got some fall weather. Yay! It was 49 degrees when I woke up this morning. Super excited about it. So you'll see it's kind of, and the streaks are kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of adds to the chalky effect. So y'all make sure too, if y'all watch this later on a replay and do it later, make sure you comment replay, pass it on to your friends. I love crafts, especially fall crafts. Okay, I'm kind of just sponging. The letters are kind of difficult to get the paint in, so I kind of blobbed it on there, and then I'm just kind of smoothing it out. I'm trying to read comments. Bear with me. Hashtag bifocals. Amy Bruce and Tom Bruce. Hey, you guys. I miss you guys. All right. All right, so now we're just going to go around the top. You see I got it covered all the way around. We're going to go around the top. Amy, this would be fun to do with the kiddos. It's a nice, easy kids craft. I think the best crafts are the ones that you can do with your kids. Everybody likes to get their hands full of glue and paint, or at least I do. It's therapeutic. Okay, so it's mostly covered. Now, the hardest part about painting is waiting for it to dry. Like, seriously. I hate to wait. I know it's a fruit of the spirit, but it's not my best one. Okay, so so it's gonna take about an hour or so for this to dry. You can help it along with the blow dryer, and it'll dry fairly quickly, maybe 5-10 minutes, so that's not too terrible, but you want to make sure, you'll see, I don't know how well you can see that, you see it is kind of streaky, and it's going to dry really pretty, but before you put a second coat on, you want to make sure it is good and thoroughly dry, because if not, it's going to do like, when you put that, even the lightest pressure, it could make bumps and stuff, and you don't want that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So let it dry really, really well. You can help it along with the blow dryer, and then you can put another coat or two if you need it, okay? But I already did one because y'all don't want to be on a 2-hour live, do you? So I'm gonna put this one to the side, and somewhere I have a napkin. Wipe my hands. All right. So I have this one that I did earlier. You'll see it's got a really pretty like chalky look. And it's got probably 3 coats of paint on it. Okay, now this is the real test, is how is this stencil gonna peel off of here? You're the first to know. So if I mess it up, we're messing up together, right? So you can take a kitchen knife. I happen to have this nifty little razor tool it came in my craft supplies. But any knife or sharp edge will do. And we're just gonna try to catch the end of our stencil, maybe. This is like, I don't know, anytime you have to peel back painter's tape, it's like, everybody hold your breath. Okay, so I got a little bit of it, and I'm gonna try to do it as gently as possible. That's always hard too. But okay. So far we have a clean line. Praise the Lord. I always feel so accomplished when I peel back the painter's tape and the line's clean. Okay. I'm just trying to get the edges because it's got a couple of coats of paint. So if you don't, this is where you are tempted, word to the wise, hashtag I've done it before. This is where you're tempted to just rip it off. But again, patience. If you rip it off, you will get a mess. Oh man, this is so cute. Hold on. It's on there really good because I painted over it several times, so it's going to take just a minute to get it off. So is everybody, let's see, I can't see who all's watching. Are y'all all enjoying cooler temperatures today? I shared yesterday in my live that, look, I love summer. I'm a spring baby. I love spring, I love summer, and I love the fall too because Thanksgiving, fall decorations, pumpkins, everything pumpkin. And I do love the cooler temps, the crisp air. I don't particularly like the super cold in winter time. But anyway, as much as I love the beach and I love summertime, like y'all, I'm over the heat. Like I was ready for some cooler temps. Okay, plus fall clothes. Who doesn't love to break out their boots? All right, so you'll see it's coming off really nicely. Yay! All right, the stem is going to be. I think I'm good. I think I can. Look at that. What? That's a thing of beauty right there. Yay! All right, let me put this. So this is what you end up with. Isn't that stinking cute? I think so. Super cute. So now we're gonna put, which by the way, you can buy these, you know, you can get mason jars at the dollar store nowadays. You can get like a dozen of them for fairly inexpensive. Or if you don't want to buy a dozen, you can go, sometimes if you look in the, well, I don't know. They don't always have those at the dollar store. They're usually in a bigger pack. But if you go to Hobby Lobby, you can get individual jars, like it could be a mason jar, all kind of jars for fairly inexpensive. And plus you get the 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby. And this isn't a commercial. I don't get anything from Hobby Lobby, but I would love to. But anyway, just that's the FYI on that. Where to get mason jars, or you can recycle, like I said, your pickle jar or whatever. So I had a dozen of these that came from like the dollar store. I bought these rocks at the Dollar Tree, $1 obviously, and I got my little candles. You didn't want to see dog hair, did you? Thanks, Ben. This little pack of, is this 8? Yeah, there's 8. $1 at the Dollar Tree. And these are warm maple syrup scented. I wish you could smell. They smell like fall. They're making me want like a sugar cookie or cinnamon roll. So we got our little candle out. Somewhere I have scissors. Okay. And you can use, I thought the rocks were a pretty natural look. You can use sand, you can use, you know, I don't know, you could put the little fish rocks if you want something that are colored. You know what I'm talking about? You get them at Walmart in the pet section. But these were a pretty natural look and they were $1. Or if you have a, you know, shell or pebbles in your driveway, you could go clean them off. All right, so I'm just grabbing a handful, and this is gonna be loud, so sorry. I'm gonna drop them in. Okay, I'm trying to see, and you can kind of gauge how high you need to be up because you want your candle to shine through this design. So, kind of just get it to the right level. I think that's good. We're going to get our candle in there. Hopefully it's going to be flat. Let me see. You might need some help. Kind of make a little, I'm trying to make a little hole for it. A little candle bed, so to speak. This probably would have been easier with a wide mouth jar, but especially since I have bigger hands. Okay. It's in there. I probably could have did with less rocks, but anyway. And we're going to take some raffia, just a couple of strands probably, maybe. Okay. Or maybe just one. Raffia is a mess. Alright, just going to do one string of raffia and tie it around. Wrap it around maybe. And you could do, like I said, you could do ribbon here. Twine would be pretty. I just happen to have a giant bag of raffia from forever ago. And I'm just gonna tie a knot. We're not gonna get super fancy. And I'm gonna trim it. Maybe. I'm gonna trim that down a little bit more. All right, the one thing that I did not get is a flicker to light the candle. So hold on. And no, it's not the black flamed candle, Thackeray Binks. Hold on. Watch out, Finn. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. All right. So, got my handy dandy thing. This is so cute. Oh, can I light it? Okay. Yay! And so there it is. A fall candle holder. Isn't that the cutest thing? So cute. So cute. So I'll post this. It'll be posted on the Facebook page. You can watch it later. If you want to get all the materials together and make this, or make it with a friend. It's super cute, and mason jars are just the right size for like your mantle. You can put them on the kitchen counter, or I don't know, they just kind of fit in with any vignette and look super cute. This would be really pretty in, like I said, I did neutral, but you could do a pretty aqua, or of course orange. Even a pretty like bright green would go well with fall. So anyway, I hope you get to make this, hopefully with a friend, and I hope if you do, you send me a picture, post a picture on the link. We'll have it put up for you. I'm gonna go find a spot for this. So anyway, enjoy the cool fall weather, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, especially with someone you love. And until I see you again, happy crafting, guys. Take care.